For God's foolishness is wiser than human wisdom, and God's weakness is stronger than human strength. Consider your own call, brothers and sisters. Not many of you were wise by human standards. Not many were powerful. Not many were of noble birth. But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose what is low and despised in the world, things that are not, to reduce to nothing things that are, so that no one might boast in the presence of God. Have you ever thought to yourself that you might be a broken person, but at least you're not as broken as the next guy? Have you ever heard Jesus say, love your neighbor as you love yourself, but then you quickly justify what a neighbor looks like, or maybe it shouldn't be all neighbors, and rather it should only be the ones that agree with you? When Jesus tells us to do something, there are no qualifiers. There are no yeah buts or exceptions. When Jesus says that we are to love God and love people, Jesus means all people, everyone. We are to love one another. And you know what happens when we love one another? We discover that we have a lot more in common than things that separate us. These words from the Apostle Paul to the people of Corinth are reminding us that God's foolishness to love people is actually a strength, because God sees in us something that is greater than we can begin to imagine. So this week at Peace, we're going to talk about what it means to put God's love first. What it means to actually care for one another as we have been instructed, rather than finding reasons not to. Won't you join us this week at Peace as we talk about what it means to have God's love for us be declared foolish? But God's foolishness is stronger than our wisdom. Come join us. Peace Lutheran Church, 240 West 9th Avenue in Oshkosh. We've got worship at 8 a.m. on Facebook Live, 9 a.m. in person, and on Wednesday evenings at 5:30 p.m. We hope to see you. Maybe we'll see you in church, online, or who knows, maybe even on the road.